Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back. Guys, this is the second part of the conditional probability. Okay, this is in the bottom green folder, is where we're at right now. Guys, just a quick review. Remember we talked about independent events. Were events that did not affect each other. The probability of one happening doesn't affect the other at all. All right, like tossing two coins is an example here. If I toss one coin and I get heads, that doesn't affect the heads or tails on the second coin at all, okay? They're independent events. And remember we talked about dependent events. Now they're different, all right? One event can be affected by another event, some previous event. As an example here, if I got these marbles in a bag, I got 5 marbles in a bag. I got 3 red ones and 2 blue ones, all right? What's the chance of getting a blue marble? Well, it's 2 out of 5. That's the chance of getting a blue marble. But after I take one out, now what are the chances of getting a blue marble? Well, it depends. If I took a red marble out the first time, now my chance of getting a blue one is 2 out of 4. But if I took a blue one out the first time, well, now my chance is only 1 out of 4. All right, so it depends on what happens on the first selection. Guys, this is because we're removing marbles from the bag. All right, so the second event, it depends on the previous event. That's what we call dependent. And a lot of times when there's replacement, you have independent events because you just start over from scratch because you put them back in the bag for the second selection. But without replacement, the events are dependent because the probability is changing because there's less marbles in the bag, and it changes because it's a function of what happens on the first selection. Okay? Without replacement is dependent events. With replacement is independent events. And for conditional probability, we're looking at dependent events, okay? Where one does affect the other. All right, we talked about tree diagrams. Again, they're kind of a cool way to look at conditional probability. Again, we said there's a 2 in 5 chance of pulling a blue marble, a 3 in 5 chance of pulling a red marble. Okay? That's for the first selection. We can go a little further now. We can say, yeah, what about the second selection? And we talked about it. If we picked a blue one the first time, the probability of getting a blue one the second time is 1/4. And the probability of getting a red one is 3/4. But if we took a red one the first time, well, now it's changed. The probability of getting a blue one and a red one are both 2/4, or 1/2 each. Because there's 4 in here, 2 blue and 2 red. Okay? Guys, now we can use this to answer questions like this. What are the chances of drawing 2 blue marbles? All right? It's a 2/5 chance followed by a 1/4 chance. Okay, 2/5 for the first blue marble, and then 1/4 for the second blue marble, given that the first one was blue. The probability that the second one is blue, given that the first one was blue. And you take those two probabilities, of course, and multiply them together. Because remember, we're saying that they both happen, and. They both happen, and. So we multiply them both together. Okay? Guys, just some notation, and we kind of went through this before. If I write something like P with the A, inside the parentheses, that means the probability of event A happening. Okay? Guys, again, in our example, the event A, get a blue marble, the probability was 2/5, so we can write it like that. If event B is to get the second blue marble, there's two choices there. So we have to figure out a way to write it. And this is how we do it right here. The probability B, and then there's a line, a straight up and down line, and write the A inside parentheses like that. What that means is given B, event B given event A. What's the probability of event B happening, given that A already happened? The one that happened first is written here last. And we're looking at what's the probability of this B happening, given that A has already happened, okay? So here's again our tree diagram. We can calculate it out, the probability of getting two marbles. The first marble, that probability of getting a blue one. The second blue marble, that probability, multiply them together, I get 1/10. All right, the probability, if you write it down here, that they both happen, event A and B, they're both blue, is the probability that the first one is blue times this second probability right here. Again, this is the conditional probability part right here. Again, this is the conditional probability part right here. And in our tree diagram, that is the second probability listed right here, because we're multiplying along this tree, along this branch of our tree. Okay? And this kind of shows us where the formula comes from, using our tree diagram. We said the probability of A and B happening was the probability of A happening times this conditional probability. All right? We can just divide both sides. We can end up with this right here. That's our formula. The probability that B happens, given that A has already happened, is the probability that they both happen divided by the probability that A happens. All right? You guys are going to use that formula for the exit ticket. As an example, if 70% of your friends like chocolate, in terms of ice cream, chocolate ice cream, and 35% like chocolate and strawberry, what percent of those that like chocolate also like strawberry? Well, that's a conditional probability, all right? The probability that they like strawberry, given that they already like chocolate. All right, the probability again that they like both goes on top. The probability they like chocolate goes on the bottom. Put it in the calculator. I got 50%. Okay. A lot of the exit ticket problems are just like that. Okay, guys. Go ahead and finish up the exit ticket. There is no worksheet today. Guys, please complete any missing assignments. All right, and retake any assignments you want. Again, you get 3 attempts. Look at the grade book. Also, you all, the 8-week grade report goes out at the end of this week. So make sure you get all your assignments in. All right, that's it. Thanks.